So a while back I came to PCR Performance to try the new Akrapovič Evolution Line Titanium exhaust on my standard Suzuki GSX-R1000R. Now that day we found that there was some massive power gains and also that there were a lot of torque gains. But this exhaust is quite noisy. That's why it comes with a baffle that you can put in and out depending on the regulation, the noise regulation of the track day that you enter. So with that baffle in, we do lose quite a lot of noise, and I did that test as well in that previous video, but we also lose some power, and I heard some horror stories about this, like losing a lot of power. So I wanted to find out exactly how much. That's why I came back to PCR Performance and we put the bike back on the dyno, but with the baffle in this time. We've lost like 0.6 horsepower.
So in the mid-range,
3 or 4, 3.
Yeah,
What's that? 3 horsepower. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that. And you got like
7 to 10. It's like 3 or 4 horsepower gone.
But it's not bad.
You've lost virtually no power, so.
Are you surprised by that?
I am quite surprised.
So let's take a look in a little bit more detailed. So first of all, this is the graph that was given to me by Andy at PCR Performance. And what you can see here is the power curve. So in blue is the power curve with the exhaust without the baffle, and in green with the baffle in. At the bottom, you have the richness of the bike. So the fuel to air ratio. The red line is the ideal line, and in blue you have without the baffle, and in green with the baffle. So the first thing that we can see is that they're actually very, very close, a lot closer than I thought they would be. At the top, we only lose with the baffle about 0.6 horsepower, 185.54 versus 184.90, and that's both measurements on the same day that we did today. So yeah, big surprise here. I thought we were going to lose a lot more than that. The biggest difference is at mid-range, so from say 7,000 RPM to about 9.5, we've got about 3 horsepower loss. I mean, remember that with the exhaust we gained in that area about 15 horsepower. So basically we're still 12 up on the standard exhaust. So it's still a lot, and very surprisingly a very small loss. Regarding the engine mapping, so the fuel to air ratio, you can see at the bottom that the blue line is following the ideal red dotted line, and this is because Andy spent a few hours setting the bike up with the exhaust without the baffle, and the result is very good there. That's why I've got very good throttle connection and feeling with the new exhaust all the way through the revs in acceleration. And you can see in green though, when we put the baffle in, that the bike becomes more rich. When the line goes to the bottom of that dotted red line, it means that the bike is a bit richer, which is not bad. It's actually a lot better than going the other way around, and this is due to the baffle just obstructing a bit the flow of the exhaust. So a bike that will be a little bit more rich, which is normally should make it a bit more supple on track, yeah, a very small difference in power all the way through the revs. So I won't be feeling too bad now if I've got to put the baffle in for a noise regulation for entering a track day, because I know I'm not going to lose too much power. So yeah, it was great to do that. Thanks PCR Performance, thanks Andy, and see you soon guys.